watched him for maybe 5 minutes. He didn't move at all, not once. Then I deliberately made a noise, shifted in my hammock so it creaked. He turned around, slow and smooth, smiled. Sorry, did I wake you? I said no, asked how long he'd been standing there. Oh, just a few minutes, he said. Couldn't sleep, looking at the stars. That was plausible, reasonable, except there was one problem. I'd woken up about 20 minutes earlier to use the facilities, and when I looked over at his hammock before getting up, it had been empty. I'd noticed it, but assumed he was in the bathroom.
It's like mic check, mic check, mic check. I can't hear anybody, I think.
And I hadn't heard him move past me to the window, which meant he'd been standing there before I woke up, which meant he'd been standing there for at least 20 minutes, probably longer, standing perfectly still in the dark, staring out the window at nothing because we were on the far side of the moon and there were no stars visible, no earth, no sun at this angle, just black. He'd been staring at nothing for at least 20 minutes without moving. I didn't call him out on the lie. I should have. I should have confronted him right there, demanded to know what had happened in that structure, what he'd seen or touched, or what had touched him, but I didn't, because some survival instinct in my brain was screaming at me that confrontation was the worst possible move, that whatever was wearing Davis's body might react badly if it knew I'd figured it out, that I needed to act normal, pretend everything was fine, wait until we could get back to orbit and figure out what to do with Chen. So I just said okay, that I couldn't sleep either, that we should both try to rest before the next EVA. He nodded, got back in his hammock, closed his eyes. Within 30 seconds, his breathing returned to that perfectly regular pattern. In 4, out 4, in 4, out 4, like a machine. I lay there in the dark, listening to him breathe, and to that thud, thud, thud coming through the hull. And I realized that the pulse had changed. It wasn't every 90 seconds anymore. It was faster now, every 60 seconds. Thud, 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 like whatever was making it was getting excited, or hungry, or ready. The next morning, Davis was cheerful.
Bro, cheap.
Made jokes that were almost right, but slightly off, like he'd studied Davis's sense of humor and was imitating it imperfectly. We went through our morning routine, checked in with Chen, got our mission briefing from Houston. They wanted us to do one more EVA to the structures, collect more samples, then prep for launch the following day. Davis was enthusiastic about it. Can't wait to get back out there, he said. So much more to document. But the way he said it was wrong. Flat affect. No real emotion behind the words. I told Houston I was feeling unwell. Possible onset of space sickness. Recommended we scrub the EVA and prep for early departure. There was a long delay while they consulted. Then, negative tranquility base. Medical telemetry shows both crew members within normal parameters. Mission extension approved for 1 additional EVA. Launch scheduled for tomorrow at 600 hours. Davis looked at me and smiled, and his smile was wrong because it showed too many teeth, and because it never reached his eyes. Looks like we're going back out, Dick. Isn't that great? No, I thought. No, it's not great at all, because now I had to spend another day on the surface with something that used to be my friend, something that had learned his mannerisms but didn't understand what made him human, and I had no idea what it wanted, or what it would do when it figured out I knew. I aborted the mission 6 hours later, used emergency protocol code Charlie 7, which meant immediate return to orbit. No questions asked.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Houston wasn't happy about it.
It's got on the game stream, so I'm live on 2 different streams, same exact YouTube. Join me.
Couldn't risk another EVA. That was the official reason that went in the logs.
I always tell people, I go to the top 10 best college in America, so.
With whatever Davis had become. I watched him for those 6 hours after the morning briefing, cataloging all the small wrongnesses, and my certainty grew with each passing minute. The way he held his pen too tightly when filling out mission logs. The way he stared at his food before eating it, like he was trying to remember what to do with it. The way he never blinked when I looked directly at him, just held eye contact without any of the normal discomfort humans feel from prolonged staring.
What are you guys up to this weekend? I might go out. I heard it's gonna snow here, but I might still go out before it snows. My car's clean, bro.
Davis didn't protest. He just nodded and said, "If that's what you think is best, Dick." No argument, no disappointment. The real Davis would have fought me on it. The launch sequence took 8 hours to prep. We went through every checklist, every procedure, double-checking systems because we couldn't afford a malfunction now. Davis worked mechanically, We didn't talk much.
Alright.
What was there to say? Around hour 6 of the
I think I
plan,
gotta change the
Chen did a
scopes to my gun.
and I requested a private channel.
What's up, bro? What you up to? Any plans this weekend?
Something was wrong, but I
No
couldn't
bumping, no
explain over
bumping.
radio. There was a long pause. Then Chen's voice came back quiet. I know. I've been listening to the comm traffic. Davis sounds different. That's all he said, but I heard the fear in his voice. He noticed it too. That made me feel slightly less insane, but also more terrified, because if Chen noticed it,
I don't know why we're losing
that meant it was obvious. That meant whatever had happened to Davis wasn't subtle. We launched on schedule, flawless ascent, textbook rendezvous with the command module. The whole time,
this guy's
Davis
cheating.
sat
That's
next
why
to
we're
me in the
losing.
LM, going through procedures, calling out numbers, acting like a normal astronaut. But I kept glancing at him, and every time I did, he was already looking at me, watching me, studying me, like he was trying to figure something out. The docking was smooth. We transferred from the LM to the command module, secured the hatches, then jettisoned the LM as per standard procedure. The three of us were together now, in the small command module for the 3-day journey back to Earth. Chen looked exhausted, like he hadn't slept while we were on the surface. His eyes darted between me and Davis, trying to assess the situation without being obvious about it. Davis smiled at him, that same too-many-teeth smile. Good to see you, Mike. Missed you down there. Chen forced a smile back. Yeah, good to have you guys back. Then he looked at me, and I saw the question in his eyes. What the hell happened? I gave him the smallest head shake. Not now, not here, not with Davis listening. We settled into the return routine. Davis took the first sleep shift. Chen and I stayed on watch, monitoring systems, making tiny course corrections. The moment Davis's breathing shifted to that mechanical pattern, that meant he was either asleep or pretending to be, Chen grabbed my arm and pulled me close, whispered so quietly I could barely hear him. What happened to him? I whispered back. I don't know, but that's not Jim anymore.
Guy undercover,
Chen
blue
stared at me
jeans,
for a long moment,
brown
then nodded
jacket,
slowly.
and a
He
hat.
believed me. That was something. For 3 days we maintained the pretense. We talked to Davis like he was normal. We laughed at his jokes even though they were slightly wrong. We acted like everything was fine. But Chen and I worked out a system. We were never alone with Davis. When one of us slept, the other two were awake. We didn't discuss it explicitly, but we both understood. Whatever Davis had become, we couldn't let it catch either of us isolated. The journey home was the longest 3 days of my life. Every time Davis looked at me with those two smooth eyes, I felt like something was analyzing me, taking notes, learning. At one point, I woke up from a nap to find Davis floating right next to my sleep station, inches from my face, just staring at me. When I startled awake, he smiled. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Just checking to make sure you were breathing. You stopped for a second there. I hadn't stopped breathing. I know I hadn't, but he said it so casually, so normally, that I just nodded and thanked him. What else could I do? We splashed down in the Pacific on September 19th, 1973. Recovery was normal. Helicopters, the carrier, the whole procedure exactly like every other Apollo mission. We were quarantined immediately, which was standard. They put us in separate isolation units for medical evaluation. That's when I tried to tell them. I filled out the standard post-mission debriefing forms, but in the section for anomalous observations, I wrote everything about the structures, about the pulse, about Davis entering the opening and coming back wrong, about all the small details that proved something had happened to him. I expected them to think I was crazy. Part of me hoped they would, because that would mean I was wrong and Davis was fine, but they didn't dismiss it. They listened very carefully, asked very specific questions, took detailed notes. Then they separated me from the others, and the real interrogation began. Men in suits I didn't recognize, not NASA personnel, intelligence agencies, military. I never
Damn
got
it,
clear
look at it,
answers
you got
from
me right
either.
there.
They asked me the same
I wasn't
questions
floating.
over and over for 3 days. What exactly did Davis do in the structure? What did I see? What did Chen see?
At least you guys can hear my idea.
The debriefings went on for 2 weeks. Always the same questions. Always the same skeptical looks. They brought in psychiatrists who asked about stress, about hallucinations, about whether I had any personal conflicts with Davis before the mission. I told them no, this wasn't psychological. Something real had happened. They nodded and wrote things down and asked the same questions again the next day. Chen was going through the same thing in his own isolation unit. I found out later they kept us separated deliberately, wanted to see if our stories matched. They did match. Chen had noticed the same things I had during the return flight. The wrong blinking, the mechanical breathing, the too perfect movements. But without physical evidence, without proof, it was just two astronauts saying their commander seemed off after a traumatic mission. They could write that off as stress, as space-related psychological effects, as anything except what it actually was. Davis, meanwhile, was in his own isolation unit. They monitored him constantly. Medical tests, psychological evaluations, everything. And according to the reports I saw much later, he passed everything. Physically perfect, mentally stable, no anomalies detected. Of course there weren't. Whatever was wearing Davis knew how to fake human. It had learned.
No volume, guys.
3 months after we returned, I got a phone call at 2 a.m.
Yeah, at least you guys can hear it. I can't hear them.
Dick, turn on the news.
But
Channel
that's
7.
fine. Welcome.
Breaking news. Commander James
Like I
Davis,
always say.
decorated Navy pilot and NASA astronaut,
Might as well
dead
so.
in his home in Houston. Single gunshot wound to the head. Service weapon. No note.
Damn, I
Apparent suicide.
just played here.
The news
God.
anchor was saying what a tragedy it was. How Davis had seemed fine after his return from medical leave. How nobody had seen any warning signs. I sat there staring at the TV screen, feeling nothing. No shock, no grief, no surprise. Just a cold certainty settling into my bones. They killed him, Chen said on the phone, his voice shaking. Or he killed himself because he couldn't live with whatever happened to him. Or he trailed off. We both knew the third option, that maybe whatever had been inside Davis had finished learning what it needed to learn and didn't need that body anymore. We never talked about it again. 2 days later, I got my official retirement papers, medical discharge, PTSD from the mission, inability to continue operational duties, a generous pension, full benefits, and a very clear understanding that I was to never discuss Apollo 19 with anyone, ever. Chen got the same papers a week later. All the mission data was classified. Every photo we took, every sample we collected, every piece of telemetry from the surface, gone, locked away in some facility I'll never see. Apollo 20, which had been tentatively scheduled for 1974, was permanently cancelled. No explanation given. The official story was budget cuts, same as always. But I knew the real reason. They'd seen what we found. They'd seen what happened to Davis, and they decided that humanity wasn't ready to go back. Or maybe they decided that whatever was on the moon had made it very clear we weren't welcome. Either way, the Apollo program ended. We never returned. For 50 years, we never returned. And sitting here in this cabin, telling you this story, that was almost enough to make me believe I'd imagined the whole thing. That it had been stress or hallucination or some kind of shared psychotic episode between Chen and me.
His week.
That Davis really did commit suicide because of normal PTSD, and I constructed an elaborate fantasy to make sense of it. I wanted to believe that. God, I wanted to believe that so badly. I spent decades trying to convince myself it wasn't real. Holloway stopped talking. His hands were shaking badly now, and I realized there were tears running down his face. Not sobbing, just silent tears tracking down his weathered cheeks. He wiped them away roughly with the back of his hand, angry at himself for showing emotion. I'm sorry, he said. I told myself I wouldn't do this, wouldn't break down. But it's been 50 years, Jake. 50 years of carrying this alone. Chen disappeared in 1998, just vanished one day, never found. I've been the only one left who knows what really happened up there, and some days I thought maybe that was better. Maybe it was supposed to die with me. Let the secret stay buried. He looked up at me and his eyes were desperate. But 3 weeks ago I got something in the mail. Something that proved I didn't imagine any of it. Something that proved it's still there. Still active. Still waiting. And that's when I knew I had to tell someone before I die. Because if I don't, if this knowledge disappears with me, then nobody will understand what's really on the moon. Nobody will know why we stopped going back. And Jake, he leaned forward, intense. We're planning to go back. Artemis program, like you said. Private companies, China, Russia, everyone wants to return to the moon. And they don't know. They don't know what's waiting for them. I sat there, my coffee long cold, my hands numb, my brain trying to process everything I just heard. Part of me still wanted to dismiss it, wanted to write it off as the delusions of an old man who'd spent too long alone. But the specific details, the consistency of the story, the obvious trauma of the quest, he believed every word. I think he experienced
coming back into the middle. Weak. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome. I'm on 2 streams. Wow. Good shit. Hey guys. I think I gotta change my scopes out for some of my guns. Both of them in the middle, hanging out together and killing people. Oh, what's up, bro? How you doing? Might get on the Halo game tonight. Who knows? They're running in 3s. Let's go, 3s. What are you doing this weekend? GG's. Oh, what are you doing this weekend? Did you know girls do not in winter to wear chat lips? I did not know that. I mean, cause I seen this girl wearing a skirt the other day, and it was in the cold, but it wasn't really a skirt. Well, it was, cause she had boots and then a big jacket, but she had a skirt pretty much. Cause when she took off the white jacket, she had a skirt in winter, and she had a lot of lipstick on and makeup. And now that you're saying that, maybe that's why she did it. And then she was already warm because of the jacket, cause of, I don't know. Welcome, guys. Excuse me. What are you up to, bro? What are you doing? And she probably did have trash, but she fixed it now. No way. Skiing is fun. Actually, I went snow tubing last winter, and it was the funnest thing I ever did. Like, cause I did it with my family, my cousins, and all that, friends. Like, it was really fun. Look down. Wait, what is the Grand Slam? Is that WWE? Dude, the ski lift, I love it. I never get scared of it. I never get scared. Grand Slam. It sounds so familiar. I'm just not sure where it's at. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. One of my favorite fidgets are like right in front of me. This is the one I sell. Description of the page so you can find it. First frag kill. Let's get it, champ. They're all by the yellow car, by the white truck. After you said it's a palace. Come on, it's ready. Let's get it. Just ready up, bro. Just ready up, bro. Come on, it's ready up. No ties, no ties. Next game, before I gotta change my my guns or whatever. Bitch. There's all behind the yellow house. I kind of want to go out this weekend, but I don't know. Not sure. I need a girlfriend, to be honest. Bro's cheating by the cheese bus. Bro, he should have been dead. And I was undercover. Frag kill, double kill. Fuck. Oh, I didn't know you guys were writing me. I'm so sorry. It's just like that's a lot of skiing. Wait, what do you when you go skiing? Like, what do you exactly do? Damn, we're losing. Why? So pissed off. bitch. Bro, that would have been sick. Hey, Michelle. It's going good. Just chilling. How you doing? Oh shoot. That's 500 views in a week. Dang, that's a lot. Oh yeah, I heard about that place. Black Diamond Hill? Bro, I started a week ago because that's a lot. That's a lot. I remember my first video got like, I think like 10,000 views or something like that. My first like video that got a lot of views, that when I was like, oh, I'm gonna get famous, was like 60,000. Then it went to like 800,000. Then it went to like 10 million. Then it went to like 30 million. And then every month I would see like 60 like million views. It was crazy. But it wasn't on YouTube. YouTube is different because like again, YouTube is not really like social media. YouTube is like a platform where like you could buy things you need, or like that you might start liking that you didn't know about. It's about learning. It's about having fun, like entertaining yourself when you're bored. Um, what else is cool about like I love watching YouTube because I feel like I can connect with people on a more real level than like, and like don't get me wrong, I go out. Like I just said I'm gonna go out this weekend, most likely tonight, because I'm gonna be busy tomorrow and the whole weekend. But don't get me wrong, like that's why I like it. There's probably other reasons. I just can't remember. I don't even remember picking this map. That's crazy. That's awesome. What was the video about? Let me see this one. Just not got me for a freaking. Oh, keep two blue. We win. Let's get it. The two easiest ones also. One B. So one of that B's very weak by the chopper outside. Defending A and B. I need to get a new fucking scope. I keep telling myself that and I forget. I'm not aiming good enough with this little red dot. You know what I mean? Taking B. Somebody's going towards A. Be careful. From the front of the bus. think C and A is the easiest ones. Actually, maybe the helicopter because you could hide in it. Then you could toss grenades to B. Thank you, bro. I just put on both. Holy shit. Me and this guy defending C. Let's go. Doing good. We died at C. We're right here though. Phoenix. Oh, come on, we need 2 blue to win. Come on, guys. Defending C. That's what I'm defending. Come on, guys. They killed me at C. We're losing C. Come on, pull up on them. I'm right here. He's dead. Take B. He's weak at B. Come on, let's go. I'm trying to keep 2 blue. If you guys stay at C, I'm gonna go to another one. That's all I'm saying. Taking B right now, and I'll protect it after. He really got me at B. He's weak though. I'm about to capture A because no one's here. Damn, somebody killed me A, bro. Damn. Let's go to B, bro. Alright, let's go. Taking B. We don't need no snipers up there, bro. Hey, let's go. Keep it 2 blue. Shit. I'm defending B. go. We're about to land because we're keeping too low. Someone go to C. He's weak. The chopper. Good. He's about to catch up. Damn. I'm about to use the archangel because we're about to win. Going to be with the arc. There we go. They're weak. Take that B, boy. We want the archangel to be, so you guys can take it. Alright, they're weak. Take a B, protect me. They took a B. Wow, there's one guy at B. He's weak. I'm taking B. Damn, somebody got me at B. Fuck. Come on, two blue. What's this? You guys are scrambling. Fuck A, fuck A. I'm gonna go to C and B. Hey guys, what's up? That's exactly why people fucking lose, because they don't want to fucking listen. What?